sequel to my miniature garden video. Today we are gonna have a look at the things I've made since that last video, and we're gonna work more on it together. So, just a reminder of what we made last time. I made this super cute little shelf, like a little gardening shelf, and this adorable bench. How cute is that? And I made this teeny tiny chest of drawers. Last time I had a little bit of problem focusing, but hopefully today will be a little better. I'll get the hang of it. And we also painted some stuff. So I have finished all the painting. These are the different pieces of wood that I've painted. I don't know that I did the most amazing job. I've painted them front and back, and I don't think we'll be working with any of them today, so I am gonna stick them out of the way. I think this is the, oh, it's stuck a little bit. I think this is the bottom, like the base, and they're gonna slot in there, and then this is one of the walls. Yeah, so let's see, what else did I make? I made the drain gutter. It's just like paper taped together, and I also painted the interior of it. It's not that great. It's just try to fold it so that it's curved, you know, like a drain pipe. And I've made part of, I haven't finished it, oh my gosh, it's got little strands of hair all over it. Come on. There we go. It's like a little cart, and it's gonna hold hay. I haven't cut up the hay. You see, like dry glue. I need to add more glue, and then I'm gonna cut up the hay, and it's gonna go inside, and it's gonna be super cute. You got like little wheels. Isn't that cute? Yeah, so I have to add like a handle thing, and I've got this bead that's gonna go on it. I just haven't finished that. Got a little confused. Okay. I've also made these pieces. So this is like a floor. I think you can see that. And it's got a rug that I glued onto it. So I actually used this as a template for some wire pieces that I folded up. See? But I haven't finished this wire piece. Again, I got a little confused, and I'll be finishing that up at another time. But I think this is what's cool about the kit, is the way you repurpose stuff. So like this was my diagram for folding the wire, and then I glued on the floor, on the back, and the rug. So I also have these little, like, they're like step stools or something, and I had to take my knife and kind of scratch them up a bit. You might be able to see here better that I almost dropped that. Yeah, I went at my knife and I dug in, and I scraped it up to make the wood look a little distressed. Cute. So I think you put it like that, when they're like, you could step on them, or I don't know. I've been looking at the picture as like a reference. There's another tiny one here, and then there's this one, which This one I've scraped up quite a bit. So I made that. Well, really just glued a bunch of stuff. It wasn't too hard. I have this little step stool, which I think is really cute, and it's got a little rug on it. So they're like little stone steps. They look kind of mossy, kind of grassy. So that's pretty cute, and I think that's gonna lead up to the door. And okay, I've saved all the cutest stuff for last. Check this out. It's a teeny tiny washboard. How cute is that? It even says laundry. And I took this. I did a terrible job with this paper. You had to like fold it up, you know, accordion style, and I just didn't do so great, but it does look really super cute. I'm really excited about this one. And I have oh, this one's not super cute. It's not super excited. It's literally just like a box. I think maybe we'll put flowers in it. Who knows? And this is kind of exciting. It's the eaves to the roof, which I think is very cute. I glued these little scalloped pieces over themselves. This is gonna be the roof. How cute is that? Yeah, I love that. And I made 3 teeny tiny little photos. They're gonna go on the wall. Oh my gosh, I love that. So teeny tiny. This is the biggest one actually. I've got even tinier ones. Look at these 2 pictures. They are just the tiniest things you have ever seen. They're so small, in fact, that the camera is struggling a little bit. So, teeny tiny little photos that are gonna go on the wall, or paintings, prints, whatever. And then the last thing, the teeny tiniest, the best, save the best for last. So I made come on. Ah, there we go. It's a teeny tiny house. Tell me that's not the cutest thing you've ever seen. And this is genuinely how small it is. It fits on my fingertip. I had to cut and glue the tiniest pieces of red paper for the roof. Okay. And then I took my pen and I added windows, and I decided to give it a door. They hadn't given the little house a door in the diagram photo, but otherwise how would you get in? So that is my favorite thing. It is so tiny. Look at that. It is so adorable. There's another one actually. There's another little wooden piece for another. Okay, so today we're gonna start with some windows. Yeah, we're gonna do the small and the big window. So, okay, we'll start with the small window, but this is the big window. I'm pretty excited about that one. Set it down here out of the way. We're gonna need this. It's a transparent sheet that's the window material. Looks like I've gotten my little smudgy fingerprints all over it. Great. And I'm gonna need, I already see it. That little window piece. What else? I need paper cut K6. What is that? K. No. K. K. Where are the K pieces? Oh, look here. K6. K5. This was K5. So where's K6? Here's K7. This is K6. I see it now. Okay. Time to get my Melody scissors. Okay. What I sometimes do is I cut a much bigger, square like that, and then I can go in and I can tidy it up much closer to the actual mark. Gotta avoid the bit that says K8 so I don't get confused though. Okay, I assume that I could. Wouldn't I also cut? Oh, come on. Probably having this down here confuses it a bit. So yeah, do I cut the windows out too? I don't know. Let's cut the edges off though. My hands are a little shaky today. That's not good. I've actually been really excited that so many of you in the comments of the last video were like, "Oh, I have this kit." Like, I am new to the world of miniatures, really. I've never made anything like this or had anything like this. So, this is all new to me, but it's really cool to see how many of you are also interested in it. My office, my recording studio, has turned into a miniature garden studio. I do agree with you though that it is perfect ASMR. To me, there's always something really great about when people are focusing on a task, especially if it's like very fine detail work. That's why a really great channel, it's unintentional but it's not, kind of like this, is the V&A Museum, if you've ever seen those. The Victorian Albert Museum in London. I've actually been. It's a fun museum. I went with friends. And they do some ASMR videos on their channel showing people conserving stuff. Things like that is really cool. Okay, let me read more of the instructions before I do more. So I needed this wood piece, yeah, this paper cut piece, and the transparent membrane. I'm starting to think I do not the picture of the where is this? Alright, I'm just confused. I think I don't cut out the windows. And I think I just cut this. And then from the picture and the on the cover, it's just going back here. It's obviously not really going to look into anything. So yeah, I think I leave it. No, you know what? I think I do, because it's gonna go here like this. It's actually gonna fit in like here, and I personally think it would be cuter if you could see through the window. That's what I prefer. Just me. So I am gonna cut these bits out. I'm gonna do that by just kind of gently folding it a little bit and just cutting a little, marking it. Or you know what, these scissors are actually really sharp, so you can kind of just like poke a hole through it like that. Just poke a little hole through all of them. Okay, there we go. I haven't cut and glued so much since I was a preschool teacher, guys. But I did do a lot of cutting and gluing then. I did. I often stayed late to cut and glue stuff with the kids' names on it. So one day, I had a set of twins in my class, and I was pretty good at telling them apart. They were identical twins. I was pretty good at telling them apart, but sometimes I just couldn't do it, you know? And fortunately their mother dressed them in, like, one girl usually wore one color and the other one usually wore a different color. So, like, there were ways. So I was working on this thing for them that had like every kid's picture and their name in it, and I'm gluing the thing that says their name to their picture. So I get to the twins and I go, I'm not 100% sure which one's which. So I go to the other teacher that works with me, because in preschool you have 2 teachers, and I either worked as the main teacher or as the assistant teacher. And I'm like, okay, Mrs. So-and-so, who's who? And she goes, yeah, that one's A and that one's B. Wait. She wasn't sure either. So fortunately the kids were in school at the time. So she goes, Sister A, come here. Which one's you? Which one's your sister? Oh, A goes, that one's me. You know, duh. They always got really insulted if you couldn't tell them apart. Bless their hearts. I mean, I imagine that would be upsetting too. And this was opposite from what we had already glued down. So we were like, oh great, now we gotta rip it up. And if you ever glued something and then ripped it up later, you know how gross and awful it is. So rip goes the name, and we switch A and B's names out. Later, when we asked the other sister just to confirm, and she said the opposite. She said, no, that's me, and that's me, which is what we had originally thought, and we were like, oh my god, great. All in total, I think we glued and re-glued like 3 or 4 times. The paper was getting so soggy and so gross. And then at the end of the day, when their moms, just one mom, actually, when their mom picked them up, we asked the mom, because the parents always know, you know, and she confirmed that we had originally been right, and that when we asked the first twin, she was wrong, and she was so mad. Her mom's loading the girls up in the car, and one of them is crying her eyes out because she's going, that's me. And her mom's like, no, it's not. That was one of the funniest things I ever saw a kid have like a meltdown over. Was they were convinced it was them in a photo, and it wasn't them, it was their twin sister. And then she gave us another hint, a tip for how to identify them if it was in photos. I really liked those girls, they were really sweet. Believe it or not, I've actually had 2 sets of identical twin girls. That year, and then the year before, and I only taught over 2 school years, I think. Felt like a long time, but yeah, I don't know what the odds of that are, but both classes I had twin identical girls, and those girls, the first set of girls I had, they were harder to tell apart, I think. My scissors are squeaking. That's really weird. I sure hope this is what I was meant to do. But again, I think you can sometimes make your own little creative choices, you know? Like, for example, I apologize, by the way, if the camera goes out of focus. I'm looking at the paper rather than the camera, you know? And I'm just hoping it's doing the right thing. I can't always trust it, though. You can make your own creative choices, I think. Like I said, I made a little door in the mini house. And I don't think you were supposed to do that. Okay, I'm gonna cut a square of this out. Okay. I might want to use the other scissors, the big scissors for this. This isn't any easier. These scissors aren't very good. These scissors are terrible. They're actually doing a terrible job of this. Alright, well that one is not as smooth as I had hoped. I need better scissors for this. Alright, setting that aside because we're going to use it on the next one. So I want to glue, in fact, if anything, I should have maybe done it like a little bit smaller. I'm going to cut. Let me see if I can get a slightly smoother cut with these. I'm just going to cut a little, oh, you know what, this is way better. I'm going to cut a little bit off each side so that it is, we don't get any overlap. By the way, yeah, I'm wearing my ring. I don't always wear my ring in videos because I don't want to be like distracting, but I just couldn't be bothered to take it off today. And some people still don't know that I'm married. I think because I'm young, people don't expect you to be married. I'm not really sure what the point of this paper is if I was gonna cut the windows out. But we're gonna glue it like that. I think. Or do I want to go this way so that you see like white frame? You don't really see it either way. I'll start with gluing this to that though. Married though. I got married very young, when I was 20. Best decision of my life. But I don't necessarily advocate young marriage for everybody. For me, it just happened to work. But that doesn't mean it's for everyone, right? This glue. Now we take our little sheet, our little plastic membrane, and we smush it on. And all the glue comes gooping out the sides, of course. Oh, I really should put some like tissues in here so that I can wipe the glue on it. I end up with glue all over my fingers whenever I'm in here. I guess I'll go ahead and glue the rest on. I try to like not put too much on or else you get, you get this like way too much glue. But it's hard not to. I don't know, maybe that'll be enough. I'll go this way. It's pretty cute, actually. Although, so many strands of glue everywhere, that is kind of getting in the way. When it dries, it's already drying all over my fingers. I might have to wait till it dries to get all this glue off. But here's our tiny window, and it is transparent. Because that's what I want. Okay, let's do the big window. I'm gonna actually need some fabric because we're gonna make curtains for it. So I have the actual window. I have the transparent stuff. I need some white paper. It's in here, which I haven't even opened this yet. And now I gotta figure out what is what. So I'm looking for D5 and D2, which is, this is D5 and this is D2. Okay, this piece. D2. these bits out. I don't know if I keep them or not, you know? These are definitely things I'm gonna use later, so. Alright. So D5 and D2, and I'll just kind of keep that with that and pop it to the side. Okay, so I have D5 and D2, the transparent, and I just need the cloth. Where's the cloth? Cloth is in bag number 4. I see bag 4. These are our curtains. Have you ever seen that a curtain lady video? Another unintentional ASMR gold video. Love that one. Love her. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is we want to trim the edges of the cloth. I assume because there's like little straggly bits of the cloth. And then you fold it and clip it. I don't have any clips. Should I have clips? Okay, maybe I'll worry about that in a bit. Maybe I'll do the actual window bit first. Which would be, you gotta trim this again. I've learned my lesson. I won't be using those scissors. So it should be, yeah, perfect. I don't know what we used that bit for. Okay, I'm gonna cut a little bit. These scissors are a little hard to work with because they are like curved, which can be really good when you're doing curves. They're manicure scissors, so actually look, it fits along the window pretty well. Sorry, I'm holding this quite close to me because it's a little tricky, so I had to make sure I was doing it right. Okay, but we have our window, and we glue it. Which side looks better? Okay, I'll glue it back here. Okay. I guess I'll really glue along like this outer bit, or the, this wider middle frame. And this is a bit wider. And then I can kind of get some of the edges. The edges is, I think, the main thing that matters. When I first got this, like before I, put it together, obviously since I'm still putting it together, I'm looking online at the different sets you can get, and I was like falling in love with all of them. Like, oh, I want to get all of them eventually. But I probably should like hold my horses and put together one set before you get too carried away. leave that to dry. I'm gonna go get those little clips that they wanted me to get. Okay, I got some little, like, binder clip things. So we'll see if that is good enough. So trim the edge of the cloth. Okay, we'll trim. This one is not. Do you see the pattern? It's not cut super evenly. I don't think it matters, but I'll try to cut it somewhat evenly. You know, this one, I probably could use the bigger scissors. It's just fabric. No. These scissors are so bad. Never mind. Come on. You get confused when there's other things in the shot, don't you? Come on. Thank you. It's a great camera, but we get a little bit confused when it comes to focusing. Yeah, I'm not doing the most amazing cutting job of my life here, but I don't think it matters super much, right? We just want to get rid of all like the loosey-goosey stray bits, right? Okay, honestly, this edge is really good. I don't think I'm gonna bother with that edge. I'll do this bottom. Maybe I should move that stuff and it'll make it a little easier to focus. I really enjoy that you're coming along for this journey. Like, you're sharing in something with me. I find that a lot of fun. Yeah, I reckon I'll do this edge too. It is a little cattywampus. Sorry, I don't know why I got so southern there. Trying to like. Sorry, I didn't know we stopped focusing. Trying to keep it kind of even, but it is hard with the scissors being a bit angled. Come on. I think that's okay. From a distance, it looks fine, and that's really. It's gonna be scrunched up, isn't it? It's gonna be all scrunchity-deed. Scrunchity-punchity-deed. Scrunchity-punchity-deed. Okay. Yeah, this one definitely could use a trim, because we do have quite a few loose pieces here. You know, I have a better pair of scissors, but they're just so chunky. I just didn't want to get them out. They're like really big chunk scissors, and I mainly use them in the kitchen as kitchen shears. So I just didn't want to break them out for this. That edge is pretty good. That one's pretty good too. I think, no, I'll trim up this one. This one could use a wee trim. This is so random, guys, but do you ever, tell me I'm not the only one. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but like, you guys ever watch videos of games from your childhood? Like, were the old games that you used to play when you were 5, 6 years old? Yeah, sometimes I do that, and you just like, you know, like if you listen to the music, and you're just, all these memories come back. Yeah, the other night I was watching one for a game I really liked playing. I played the crap out of that game. I think I'm gonna trim a bit more to even it up, to be honest, because I don't really like the way it is down here. The game, by the way, is called Fisher-Price Dollhouse. I used to play that when I was a youngin'. I was so into it. You pick a doll in the beginning and the doll turns real, and then you have to like get the house ready for your baby brother's birthday party or something. I didn't remember any of this, by the way, until I rewatched the video. Like, I didn't even remember there being a baby brother at all. I used to take turns playing with each doll. Okay, so then you fold based on the measurement. What? 10 by 10. Okay. I mean, you really just have to make sure it matches this. I didn't bring I have my measuring tape, but it's over here. Okay, here's my measuring tape. So I'm confused. What? What? This will be the back, right? So maybe do I want to fold? And do I fold the top? Yo, I'm so confused. Sometimes they really don't give you the best instructions. They really do not. And I've been really tempted to try to find an online tutorial. Is that gonna be? That's still not. That's still like too wide. Don't I need to fold like each one, maybe? That looks better. And then you fold it like accordion kind of style, right? Did I do this right? Who knows? Now I've run out of hands to clip it. I will be clever and fold it over like that. The little baby won't work. So the only reason I found this game that I used to play was because I remembered a single solitary song from it, and that song was like, dust is here, dust is there, dust is flying everywhere, and that was literally all I remembered, and I googled that and I found it from that. They're not the most even curtains you've ever seen. I really don't know if I'm doing a good enough job here, guys. I have no idea. Okay, fold. I feel like they folded it more times. They folded it like a lot, I think. Let me see if I can fold this one even more, and then if yeah, then I'll go back and I'll fix the other one. I haven't really been counting the number of folds I've been doing, but makes me sneeze, so I'll ask you, please, let's clean up this room. It was something like that. If you played that game, you gotta let me know, and we can go down memory lane. Okay, get that one like that. So this one has approximately 1, 2, 3, 4 folds. Doesn't feel like a lot. I feel like I got more in this second one. No, like that one has about the same. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I've done a good job or not. Okay, so this was the window. Then you get this, and you're supposed to mark with tweezers. What? You're supposed to mark on it, like in draw. You're supposed to draw on it? I'm so confused. I don't see any drawing on here. I'm not gonna do that because I don't understand why. But basically, then you align based on the red dotted line. There's no red dotted line. And glue together. Membrane remains in the middle. Glue it, and then to the back. Okay, so we glue this like this, and then to the back we glue the curtains. And then in the front, oh yeah, in the front we're gonna add on this line. What is the point of that? Doesn't look that great. It goes along the bottom. I think it's meant to be a windowsill kind of deal. Okay, well, let's do this then. Glue. Sorry, just nudged the mic. Okay. And that. Membrane stays in the middle. And basically just line them up. Okay. And this guy, who I might use my knife and kind of scrape away. I saw them recommending to do this if you've got like little bits that, I don't know if you can see. They've just got like from the connection points, so I thought that I could maybe shave them away. Maybe this isn't the sharpest X-Acto knife in the world, but yeah, I'll be honest, that didn't do a whole lot. I also didn't try really hard. Maybe I could get like a nail file and shave it down. You know what? My nails actually not that bad. I've grown out my nails a little bit for this, but this one, do you see the difference? my two nails. This one ripped off. Yeah. That one ripped off. Yeah, I love blurry gluing. Come on. Now I've got that darn dusting song from the game stuck in my head. Alright, and I'm putting it on the bottom. Just like that. I've yet to make a crucial mistake in this little house. That's the only thing that brings me any sort of like, oh, okay, you're probably doing this right. And by the way, this is gonna attach to this, I'm pretty sure. Like this, I think. I think. We'll find out. So, you glue them like this. How am I gonna get this to look like that line flat? That's the only part I'm not sure about. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but you know, they'll look like curtains no matter what, probably. I'll just put like a big wad of glue up at the top. I actually don't want it to sorry, I'm having to go close up to me. I don't want the curtains to cover the whole thing, which is kind of currently what they're doing. I'm losing some of the pleats. And I'm getting glue all over me. I'm just gonna like hold it like this for a second. Okay, let's try this. Fingers crossed, it looks good. It was probably supposed to be a lot easier, and I overcomplicated it. Yeah, I'm not so sure that it looks good because we lost a pleat. Maybe if I can pull that pleat up. glue it down. Sorry, I know I'm not doing this super in focus, but this is one of the hardest things I've had to do. Yeah, maybe if I can glue like that down here. There, I actually like that. Okay, if I can just do something kind of similar. This bit keeps coming undone. They're probably gonna end up being, you know, kind of imperfect, but oh well. Perfectly imperfect. Okay, I think I will have it go this way. And I have to try to get them to be in like somewhat at the same part of the window, you know. I'm trying to kind of glue that bit to there. This probably isn't the way you should have done it for optimum effects. But what do I know? What do I know? She says as she loses control of the entire curtain. It's all coming apart. It's all coming apart. What's happening right now? Oh my gosh, okay. No. Oh my god. It's a disaster. It's an actual disaster. These curtains, this is the hardest bit that I've done. It is the hardest thing I've done yet in this. I'm so glad that I'm documenting my failure for you all. I'm so pleased about that. Why is the end bit never stick? And then I'll try to glue it to the side so it'll stay. It's like it really doesn't want to stay glued to this fabric. This one doesn't look as good, this side. But you know what? From the front, it actually looks pretty cute. So I'm gonna say this was a job well done. Yeah, this is a job well done. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry, and hopefully it does dry. I gotta get all this glue off my hands, and then we'll make the door. Okay, so we're gonna make the door now. It says I'm gonna need, I think I'm gonna need more of pieces from the door. There's two different pieces that look like doors. Actually, no, there's three. I just saw. Okay. So, looking at it like this, which way do I orient it? Like this. I don't need these clippy things anymore. Bye bye. I need the 7 and the 11. This one is the 11, and that is. No, I need a lot more. What? I need D10. D10. Okay, I just need all of this. Okay. Oh no, I ripped a bit of the paper. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal, but. And it's really hard to get these really thin bits. Oh no. Oh dear. I seem to have an issue. I've ripped it away. Do you see? Oh no. That is my first real problem. Maybe I can glue it back. Oh dear. Yeah. I need to take. It's really hard to get these out. Like one of the hardest things I've had to do so far is just separate these bits of paper. Oh man, it keeps tearing everywhere. I'll see if I can glue it back. Okay, I've glued that back and I'm gonna set it aside to dry while I get the rest of it. Okay, so D10 and D10 are here. D11 was that bit, and then I need D7, which are these, which is this one. This is D7, and then I need D8, which is this bit in the middle, and D9. Wait, there's another D7, D8, and D9. Okay, so I'm gonna have to set them like this. 7, 8, 9. And then there's another one down here. So 7, 8, 8, 9. Okay. 7, 8, 9. I don't think I need either of those. I'll put them up. I also need a wooden piece from this bag. This is the base of the door. It's kind of got some marks on it. I don't know if that's gonna really be an issue. It's also kind of like stained, if you can see that. Yeah, there's like a stain. So I'm gonna punch this out and lay it over there, and that's gonna give it a shaker look. Shaker style. I'm not enjoying peeling these things out, to be honest, it's very stressful. Do I do this to both sides? Kind of confused. I think I do it to both sides. So like the door one way and the door on the back. Again, you kind of have these little pits that poke out that I don't love. Some glue D10 onto A16. The glue kind of popped really loudly. I mean, I have two of these, so it would make sense that I do it to both sides. Oh, and then you glue these in like that to get that door look. Yeah, okay. Well, honestly, since I'm gonna have two sides, I'm gonna make this the back side because it is the stained side, and this side looks a little nicer. I'm gonna let that be the front of my door. Oh no. Oh no. It's the front of my door, but I've ripped it. Well, there goes that plan. Now this has to be the back of the door. I'm trying to glue it back down. Man, it's really easy to rip this. I don't really like this method. Not a fan. Also, the back is ripped too. Okay. Well, that's really annoying that I don't even get the right side that I wanted. Okay, there's my door. So you're now the front of the door. And I'm gonna be putting in the center inserts to the door. So get some glue on this guy. You have to focus a little bit faster than this. Thank you. Okay, sorry, I have dropped like a million things. I have to make like a million cuts because I just keep dropping stuff. Okay, there's the first piece. It's centered okay, and I just realized I did it the wrong way. Whoopsie, we fixed it. Okay, that goes there. Let's get some glue on the long skinny piece. Okay, here goes the middle bit. And there we go. I know that real up close you can I don't know, you can see the bits where, you know, I pulled it out from the paper, but from a distance, it definitely looks like a cute door, for sure. Now this one also needs this to go around it. Oh my gosh, it's all broken because I broke it. Ugh, I can't believe I did this. Okay, let me try to get a bit of glue going. And just lay it down on that. I definitely got glue everywhere. So that's the front of my door. And then there's gonna be a back side. But while that glues, before while it dries, while it glues, I'm gonna cut out some paper I need. Okay. I've dropped like a million things. What? Where's M? Where are the M's? This is M. This is all N. Where's M? Oh, I think M is on. I think M is the cardboard. Okay, I need M21. This piece. Can you even see what I'm showing? Okay, this is M21. I need M24 and M23. Okay, I'm gonna start with this teeny tiny piece up here. This is so teeny tiny. Sorry, I gotta cut it lower. It's harder for me to concentrate. I actually haven't been working on this in like a week or so because I've been, you know, going through a hard time, but this is kind of very therapeutic, to be honest, and I think I will keep working on it a bit. Yeah. Okay. The problem is, how do I get the piece in the middle here? I might have to do my pinch. It's kind of working. Oh my gosh. This is really hard. I'm gonna just cut it out and then cut more. Sorry, I just had to cut this one off camera because you can see I was really butchering it down here. I was doing a terrible job. And it says, bedding, plant, border, soil, crop planting, shading, shears, and thermal screen. Okay. You're supposed to fold along these lines. Okay. There's one more bit I've got to cut out. Tiny little pieces. And you fold along that red dotted line. Okay, there's one. And two. It's almost hard to tell what's the scrap and what's the actual bit we need. Okay, so you take the door, which has junk on it. You're supposed to, like, I'm confused. I'm very confused. You just kind of put it on like what? It's just like a sign on the door. This is like this is the doorknob. Okay, there's actually a bit of glue already on here. I'm not sure if it's dried yet, but I'm just gonna put it on and scooch it up. I need to get a bead out. 2 beads actually from bag 7. This is the bead bag, and I find it helps to use the tweezers. I think that's the big bead. And it's rolling away. And the small bead. There's only one big bead. So the big bead goes on as a doorknob, and the small bead is gonna, I'm pretty sure do I glue them in like that? I'm super confused as to what is being glued here. Okay. Oh, anyway. The doorknob. There's even a tiny little dot there showing us. Okay. Come back here. Come back here, bead. Here comes the precision work, where we put the doorknob on. I kind of want to make sure I'm aligning it. Like, there's no like front or back to this bead, but you know what I mean? Alright. Problem is, it's hard to get it to let go. You guys, I dropped the bead. I had to abandon the tweezers because they were actually too big. Like, the bead was just a little too big. But this works really good. Look at that. How cute is that? I think that is freaking adorable. Now, I can't quite figure out the freaking... You know what? Maybe I should have glued these bits in beforehand. I'll do them really quickly. I'm just gonna do a little swirl of glue like that, and I'll just pop them on. This is the back anyway, so you're not really gonna see it, I assume. One would think. Okay, back of the door. I've looked like a million times at the image of the door, and I guess you just glue it all kind of together so that it ends up looking thicker. I guess that's it. If not, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here today. And we're gonna glue that as if it's being hung on the door. I'm gonna put it slightly askew because I think that will be cuter. You know, I think things are a little bit cuter when they're slightly askew. I like things to not be perfect sometimes. And then other times I'm an absolute perfectionist and I'm like, measure it again. I want it centered perfectly. Okay. So I think I'm gonna put it like that. Just a tiny bit askew. And press it a little bit. We want to glue the tiny glass bead just above the paper. Just holding it down to make sure it glues well. And then I'm gonna add a smidge of glue right in the middle. And then I will need to use the tweezers because this one is just so tiny. at the stars, you guys. Look how cute it is. Okay, here we go. Nudge it into place so it's sitting just above the sign. So it kind of looks like it's hanging, doesn't it? That is freaking adorable. That is so cute. Just gonna clean up the bits of glue. I love the store. Guys, I love the store. This is so cute. We're still not done. There's still a tiny bit left at the door. And that is these tiny bits there. I gotta turn the page. Just as glue as shown. Super helpful, guys. Thank you. I think you fold them in half, or you flick them out of your hands. They're so tiny. It's like actually really hard to do. You're making hinges, I think, and you basically just glue it onto the back on this side. 15 centimeters. I'll hold it about there. Let me go. Come on, come on. Oh my gosh. $15. And 15. Well, that was more clear than I did on the other side. And then I think you just glue it like that. I'm kind of confused, but I'm always confused, aren't I? It didn't actually say to fold it yet. Well, I have, so sue me. I will unfold it a bit. Are they 15? 15 centimeters? I gotta lay it down. Which is a little awkward because of the doorknob. I assume it's 15 to the top. Okay. That's approximately 15-ish. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, okay, everybody, let's review what we made today. We made this tiny little window, which who knows if I actually made it right or not, but I made it transparent, and that's what I wanted, and that's all that matters. And then from tiny window, we made a big window with curtains and it was a disaster to make, but we did it, and I'm very happy. And then I'll probably set it down this way. And then my favorite, we just finished this super cute door. And it feels like we got some really big pieces made today, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another DIY ASMR video. I am sorry about all the cuts. It does require a lot of cuts to make this completely relaxing, as I'm always dropping things or just making a noise that's just too loud, or so this requires a lot of editing, but it's worth it. And I might make a playlist to put videos where I work on the garden in. You can jump to easily. Since you guys like this so much, it's something that I'll continue as like a little series. And I don't know about you, but I'm super excited about the progress. So, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Miniature Garden. Goodbye, and good night, everybody.